Hey everyone, thank you for joining me again in this tutorial. If you're new here, my name is Dee and I will be teaching you how I made this ruffle top. Here is how it looks on me. I added the fringe later on after I had finished recording, so I didn't show this part in the video. But grab your materials and let's get started. Here is my first bra cup that I have already made. So we're going to make the second bra cup together. You're going to grab your yarn and your 4mm hook. Make a slip knot. This is how I make mine. Like that. And you're going to chain up 20. You're going to chain 20 plus 3. For a size that I'm making a size large. For different sizes, please check the description box below. So once you're done with your 23 chains, you're going to yarn over and you're going to turn your chain because I want to work in the back loops of my chain, those right there. And you're going to skip the first 3 chains from your hook and make a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. And then you're going to be making 1 double crochet into each and every stitch until you have only 1 stitch left at the end. So keep making double crochets until you have 1 stitch left, and I'll meet you there. Here we are. I have only 1 stitch left here. So what you're going to do, we're going to make 2 double crochets into that last stitch. Make 2. Then chain 1, yarn over, back in that same space, make 2 double crochets. So here we have 4 double crochets in the same stitch, separated with chain 1. So we're now going to work onto the opposite side. You're going to yarn over and make a double crochet into the next stitch, a double crochet into the next, and you'll keep doing that until you get to the very end of the row. Okay, this end turned out a bit tight, so make sure your foundation chain is not too tight. But I still managed to work into them. So yeah, go ahead and make 1 double crochet into each and every stitch, and I'll meet you back here shortly. So once you get to the end, make sure you place your very last double crochet into the last chain that you have. And by doing that, your work will stay straight when it comes to this side here, because we need that edge straight. So that's the end of row 1. Row 2, chain 3, turn your work and make 1 double crochet into each and every stitch until you get to the chain 1 space. Okay, we're now at the chain 1 space. So you're going to yarn over and place 2 double crochets in that chain 1 space, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 more double crochets, all in that same space, like that. And then you're going to make 1 double crochet on top of each and every stitch until you get to the end of the row. Keep making 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet from the previous row until you get to the end of the row. Here we're ending our second row. Don't forget your last double crochet goes into the first chain that you have right there. Sorry guys, it's a bit windy here, but I'm sure you can hear me. Alright, so for row 3, we're going to repeat the row we just completed. So chain 3, turn your work, and make a double crochet on top of each and every double crochet that you have until you get to the chain 1 space. So we're repeating the same thing we did earlier on row 2. So get to the chain 1 space and I'll show you what to do. Here we are. You're going to yarn over and make 2 double crochets in the chain 1 space. Chain 1, then make 2 more double crochets into the same space. Then make 1 double crochet on each and every stitch that you have on the other side of the row until you get to the end. Remember, once again, not to skip that last chain that you have. So make sure you place there a double crochet to mark the end of your row. And there you have it. So we want this edge straight, as you can see. So you're going to repeat row 2 and 3 until you have enough coverage for the bracket that you want. I made 12 rows for main, so I'll go ahead and finish this up and I'll be back to show you what to do next. So here I have my 2 bra cups. You're going to align them very well. The right side is the one on top. By doing this, you'll get to know where you need to add your extension, like the more rows we're going to add to the sides. So here I had to cut my yarn because I need to work on the other side. So you're going to count 16 stitches. And then you're going to attach a yarn there. So make a slip knot and attach a yarn. And then you're going to chain up 3. The chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And then you're going to make 1 double crochet in all those 16 stitches, and you'll be doing that back and forth until you have 15 rows. Get to the end and end the row with a double crochet. And at the end of that, you'll have 16 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and repeat that same row we just completed. making 1 double crochet into each and every stitch until you get to the end. Chain 3 again and turn your work until you have 15 rows in total. And yeah, once you're done with that, I'll show you what to do next. I went ahead and completed mine, so you can see that they are now identical. So next we're going to join the 2 bra cups together. I'm going to use the leftover strand that I have here, but if yours is not long enough, just reattach your yarn and then you will cut it later and continue with your project. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to slip stitch in 7 stitches. Okay, I'm going to chain 7 stitches together here. So keep making slip stitches until you have joined the 7 stitches. And then chain 1 and pull tight. And that's it. We have now attached our bra cups together, and that's how it looks. All right, next we're going to make a chain from this point and attach it to the top of our bra cup here, and we'll work around the chest area of our bra cup and then work onto the other side of our bra cup as well, as I'll be showing you. So you're going to attach your chain here, your yarn, sorry. So make a slip knot and attach your yarn. And for my case, I chained 80, but feel free to chain less if you want. You know, it all depends on how you want your chain to drop onto your arm. Okay, I wanted mine to go a little bit further, so you can chain 60. I chained 80 for mine. So go ahead and make your chain, and I'll be back to show you how to attach it to the other side, and we continue. So after making your long chain, you're now going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space. That's the top of our bra cup. Slip stitch there, and then slip stitch into the next stitch. And from there, you're going to chain 3, skip 2, make a single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, make a single crochet into the next, chain 2, skip 2, make a single crochet into the next until you get to the end of this bra cup. So once you get to the end, here we have 2 stitches left to end this side of our bra cup. So you're going to skip those 2. You're not going to work into those. So you're going to count 2 stitches on the other side of our bra cup, chain 4, and skip all those stitches. So basically you're skipping 4 stitches. You're skipping 2 on both sides of our bra cup. I hope that makes sense, but that's what you have to do. And from there, continue doing the same thing we just did on the other bra cup. Chain 2, skip 2, make a single crochet into the next, and repeat that until you get to the top of the bra cup. Alright, you're going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space, just like what we did on the other side. slip stitch into the next stitch, and now you're going to chain a long chain and attach it to the other corner just like we did at the beginning. I chained 80, so chain as many chains as you chained on the other side, and you're going to slip stitch it on this end. Slip stitch, and there you have it. All right, we're going to continue with our work. So you're going to chain up 3 here and turn your work. We're going to work along the chain here. So there you have a chain that counts as a double crochet. So you're going to go into the next stitch and place there a double crochet, yarn over, go into the next and place there 2 double crochet. So 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Go into the next stitch and place there 2 double crochets, and you're going to place 2 double crochets into each and every stitch here, every chain, until you get to the top of our bra cup, and then I'll show you what to do. So once you get to the top here, you're going to ignore the chain 1 space. The chain 1 space, you're going to skip that and make 2 double crochets into the chain space that we made here. Okay, then go on top of the single crochet and place the two double crochets as well, and then into the chain space make 2 double crochets, and on top of the next single crochet make 2 double crochets on top of it. And that's what you're going to repeat here until you get to the chain 4 space. Two double crochet on top of the single crochet, and 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. Once you get to the middle of your bra cup, so remember here we chained 4, so each chain is going to get 2 double crochets. So place there 2 double crochets in each chain, and then we continue with the other side of our bra cup. It's easy, isn't it? I hope you are enjoying the video so far, guys. So here we have a single crochet, so we have to make 2 double crochets on top of it, then 2 double crochets in the chain space, just like what we've been doing on the other side of the bra cup, until you get to the top of this cup as well, and then we start to work on the other chain, and we're going to do the same thing we did on the first one. Okay, that's how my work is looking so far. So keep going. All right, so we're working towards the end of this side of the bra cup. So once you get here, you're going to skip the chain 1 space just like we did on the other side, and then make 2 double crochets into each chain just like we did on the other side of our bra cup. So make 2 double crochets into each chain until you get to the end. Yeah, so keep going and I'll meet you at the end of this. Once you're done with this chain, I'll show you what to do next. So this is how my work is looking so far. You must also be at this point. So we're going to continue with our project. We're going to start our second row of our ruffles. So you're going to chain 3 and turn your work. And then you're going to make a double crochet into the same stitch where the chain is coming out of. That counts as 2 double crochets into the same space. Then make 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochet, and then make 2 double crochets on top of the next, 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochet, and then 2 double crochets on top of the next double crochet. So you're going to keep alternating between those. You make 2 1 2 1 2 1 until you get to the top of our bra cup. So as you can see here, my ruffles are starting to form. Yeah, and now we're going to continue working on the other side of our bra cup. Okay, we're working around this V section. So here we're going to do something different. We're going to be making 2 double crochets on top of each and every double crochet we have. Okay, we're making 2 in each stitch, and we're going to do this until we get on top of the other side of our bra cup. So make 2 double crochets on top of each and every double crochet from the previous row. So I worked my way around to the top of the bra cup, and once I got there, I made 2 1 2 1 for the other side of the chain, just like we did for the first one. Okay, we made 2 double crochets on top of each double crochet for only the V, or the middle section of our bra cup. So both chain, what I did on both chains was the same thing. I hope that makes sense. So here I decided to end my ruffles with a white color, to bring out this top, because I used this color that's really dull. So yeah, and I loved how it turned out. So here I attached my yarn and chained 3, and then I made 2 double crochets into the next space, then 1 double crochet into the next, then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So yeah, I'm doing the 2 1 2 1 again for this row, and we're going to do this for the middle section as well. So yeah, keep making 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochet, then 2. As you can see there, it's 2 1 2 1. So yeah, I only made 3 rows for this part, but you can make as many rows as you want. this is how my work is looking so far, and I really love how it turned out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as you can see, we've made only 3 rows for the ruffles. Okay, so next we need to attach the chains that we are going to tie around our neck. Alright, so you're going to make a slip knot with the color you want to use. For the neck part, I chose to use this color here. So remember here we skipped this chain 1 space. What you're going to do is push back the ruffles. That's the chain 1 space, so push the ruffles back and insert your hook in that chain 1 space. Then reattach your yarn, make sure it's secured, chain 3 back in that same space, make a double crochet, chain 3, and then you're going to make a double crochet between the chain and the double crochet, like that, chain 3, then make a double crochet between the double crochet and the chain, and you're going to keep on repeating that until you have the length that you want. If you follow me here, you already know I like thick chains, especially if I'm making a garment for a plus size person, you know, for more support. This helps a lot. So yeah, you're going to keep on repeating that until you have enough length to tie around your neck, and you're going to do the same thing for the other side. Okay, because we need 2 straps for this. So yeah, I'll go ahead and finish mine, and then I'll let you know how many I had to make. So I'm done with my straps, and I made 35 loops for the straps. Okay, so I kept repeating that for 35 times, and that was it. So now we're going to work on this bottom part to finish our top. You're going to make a knot, make a slip knot, and you're going to attach your yarn to the very first stitch here that you have, the very last one. Secure it nicely, chain up 3. It counts as a double crochet. So what we're going to do is making 2 double crochets in each row here for the bottom of our top. Make 2 double crochets into each row until you get to the end. So yeah, keep going. I always like to grab a stitch or a piece of yarn from the second stitch whenever I'm working towards an edge that looks like this, just so that it doesn't have that big gap between the stitches. And that's what I'm doing. So yeah, keep making 2 double crochets into each row until you get to the end. So this is the end here. You're going to make a double crochet onto that last stitch to end the row, and then you're going to chain up 4, turn your work. So here we're going to make a mesh row. So chain 4, skip 2, and make a double crochet into the third. Chain 2, skip 2, and make a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 2, skip 2, make a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 2, skip 2, make a double crochet into the next stitch, and you're going to repeat that all the way to the end of the row, like that. So here I had about 4 stitches left, so I chained 3 and skipped 3 and made a double crochet into the 4th stitch to complete the row. Then you're going to chain up 3, which counts as a double crochet, turn your work. This is our last row, guys. So you're going to yarn over and make a double crochet into that space, the chain 2 space, chain 2, and then make 3 more double crochets into the same space. So the first chain is counting as a double crochet. Then into the next space you're going to make a single crochet, yarn over, make a shell into the next chain 2 space. A shell is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into that same space. Like that. Then single crochet into the next chain 2 space, then make a shell into the next chain 2 space, and that's what you're going to keep on repeating until you get to the end of the row. Like that. So yeah, here we are ending our row, making our last shell. So here your last double crochet is going to go on top of the chain. And that's it. So now we're going to work on we need some spaces here where our straps will pass to tie at the back of our top. Okay. So chain 3 and make a single crochet. Chain 3, skip 2. So all you need are the spaces for your strap, guys. And that's what I'm doing here. I made 5 spaces of 5 loops for my chain. So you may decide to make less or more. Then I ended here with a slip stitch, then chained 1, turn work, and make single crochets into each chain 3 space. So you're making there 3 single crochets in the chain 3 space, just like what I'm doing here. 3 single crochets, 3 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and then end with a slip stitch on top of the double crochet from the shell. Chain 1, cut the yarn, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side of our top here. So yeah, this is how it's looking so far, and it's beautiful. So as you can see, you went ahead and made both sides for the strap, if that makes sense, like the holes I need for my strap to go through. So next I'm going to show you how to make the chain, which we're going to use for the back, because this is going to tie like so here. So we need a chain that will go through those loops. Make a knot, and then you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, yarn over and make a double crochet into the first chain. So skip 4 and make a double crochet into the, skip 3 and make a double crochet into the 4th chain. Chain 3, make a double crochet between the chain and the double crochet you made previously. We're doing the same thing we did for the straps of our top. And you're going to make this as long as you want. For my case, I made 71 loops, and that was enough for what I'm making. That was enough for my size, so you may want to make more or less. So yeah, I'll go ahead and complete this. Here we are, and this is how you're just going to crisscross the chain at the back of your top. So let the chain go through the first loop and the second loop from the other side, and crisscross it until you're comfortable with how it looks. And that's it, guys. Weave in your ends, and there you're done with your top. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video.